Hey everybody, thank you for watching. Today I'm keeping it simple. I'm not going to have a tablecloth and all that extra stuff, not today. But so the cards that we're going to be reading with today is the card of the Orisha. We're going to be reading with this, the card of the Orisha. My favorite, one of my favorite tarot decks. The artist died in 2015. Ansetta Tarot. Ansetta Tarot. And then good old Rider-Waite. If you don't know, you better ask about it. Like, it's good old Rider-Waite. It's what I train all of my students in. I have studied other forms of tarot or whatever, but this still is my all-time favorite. I find the other systems, minus the Thought Tarot or whatever the hell it's called, to be, that's the only one. Everyone else is stiff. I'm not into the stiff medieval statue stuff. I'm just not into it. I mean, I can still read it, but no thank you. So this is what we're going to be reading with. So as we all know, you know, Donald Trump said that, you know, Obama has put us through 17 years of a terrible health plan, and, you know, I just had to stop and just ask. You know, I didn't know that I didn't know he was a 3-term president. Like, I had no, well, 3.5-term president. I was like, wow, you know, 17 years for somebody who was only in office for 8 years. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So the thing about this deck is that it deals with the actual major arcana. So you're not dealing with 78 cards, guys. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So it has the first 22 major arcana, okay, that we're going to be using. And I love this. Oh my god, you either love this deck or you hate it. And it was made in the 80s, and it's very limited, and you can get this for 50, 60, even 100. Okay, so we're about to see what is the major theme for August. Okay, I know everybody was like, why are you taking so long? It was just because, you know, I was busy. Another thing, it's good to always spray yourself down with some type of spiritual water. I like, of course, Florida water, but I like to add herbs and, you know, other things in there. And as you can hear, I'm shaking it up and I'm spritzing myself down to cleanse and to also bring in the good spirits, because the good spirits like that smell. Also, another thing is, if you're trying to stretch out Florida water, please just put water in it. That's how you stretch out Florida water, guys. It's not like, I've noticed people who are newbies don't know that, because I didn't know. Girl, if you low on Florida water, get you a spritz bottle and throw some Florida water in there. Throw that ass in a circle. There you go. Alright, so why don't we start with what is the major theme for the month of August. Alright. These, I'm not used to shuffling like 22 decks. It's kind of not enough. But Spirit, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You could give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever and ever. Amen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You know what? I feel like spreading them out and then asking, okay, Spirit, what is the theme for the month of August? Stop. All right. Darlings, yes, the card that is actually coming out is Strength. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the card that is coming out is Strength. Now, isn't it funny that we have a solar eclipse or whatever is coming in August? The sun, the huge sun, guys. This is speaking in terms of one problem developing into multiple problems. Now, for the basic tarot card reader, oh, the card of Strength means this and this and this. Yes, but when you're reading intuitively, you go beyond what the actual card is telling you. So this is speaking in terms of one thing being multiple things and having to figure out how to handle it. You know, guys, I always do this and then I'm like, oh, my light isn't on. My light is not on. Okay. So, yes. So, the card that we're dealing with is the card of Strength. Okay? Handling a delicate situation. So, we're about to go into some very delicate situations. August is a very complicated month. I see a lot of negotiations. I see Donald Trump having to learn how to negotiate. I see him having to learn what battles are worth fighting, and what comes back from the past will always come back to haunt you. So he's gonna be going through a lot of sitting down at the actual table. So it's a lot of things going on behind cameras that he's going to have to start to really start to deal with. Okay, so that is going to be a major issues. Somebody from the Democratic Party is also about to start his impeachment. It's a male. He's going to start the actual, I know everyone's been like, oh, you know, they've been started the impeachment process, but no. Something about this process is like, is for sure, like, he's going on trial. Like, it's, people have been saying, oh no, it's in the actual works. No. Yes, I know. But this is like a stamp. Like, there's like an 80% chance he's going to trial. It's a man who's going to kind of put that final stamp on it. I don't know if it's a judge or if it's someone in Congress, but yes, guys, we will be soon having a impeachment trial. If we don't find out by August, we'll be finding out by September, okay? Just so you're aware. So that is the card. August is a crazy month. Also, what is coming up intuitively? Yes, I can get all of this in one card. Yes, you just look at the card and it just starts telling you all types of stuff. We're going to have a lot of talks about our army. Our army. We're going to hear a lot of propaganda that our army's too small and 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 that we need more people. They're really going to amp up their recruitment, especially when it comes to like minorities and those type of things in the next 6 to 8 months. And also as the year passes, you're going to see a lot of heavy recruiting, for the army, like, you know, a lot. And if the recruiting doesn't go as Donald Trump wants, I mean, it's already mandatory for males to have to register or whoever, but he's gonna be in heavy talks depending on how many people sign up. It's funny because he's making cutbacks in everything else, but he is trying to grow our armed forces and our military forces. And if you know anything about past history, how Rome had huge armies and how certain like nations have huge armies, it's because they're about to make big moves. So a lot of that, but what Spirit is saying is it's a lot of minorities and it's a lot of poor people. So you will see them in poor areas. They're going to be recruiting like crazy. And again, if the numbers don't add up, then he's going to try to create a law. I don't think it's going to get passed. I think the Supreme Court is going to shut it down. He's going to try to do something where it's like required for people to have to like serve for like 1 to 2 years. It's something he's going to try to bring up. And I don't think it's going to actually make it. Also, it's speaking in terms of China, us having like something about us having issues with, yes guys, I'm getting all of this from one card. As I stare at it, I just see stuff. It's also speaking in terms of something has to be renewed in August between China and the United States. It's like something for us to keep doing like business or something, and there's gonna be some controversy in that because Korea is gonna come up again, and right now it's still a hotbed of activity, so we can pop off with them at any time. Please be aware. And so it's something about Donald Trump is like, whose side are you on? Are you on our side? Are you on this? And it's gonna cause, you know, I love my, you know, AliExpress, and I just want my stuff to come on time. It's gonna cause some like delays and some things. So that's gonna get Donald Trump a lot of hate too. So that's what I'm seeing in this card. But this is also a card of a lot of things in his past still coming back to aggressively bite him. And it's also speaking in terms of having to sacrifice someone, having to give somebody up in order to keep things moving. So why don't we head over to Old Faithful? That's what I call it. I call it Old Faithful. They're also speaking in terms of the stock market is going to start acting funny. They say that in August it's going to be at an all-time high, or it's going to be really high. Like something about it, it's going to cheer up a lot of people. But what Spirit is saying is that it's actually preparing to fall around November. It's weird, around holiday time, we're going to hear about the stock market is not where it needs to be. By the beginning of the year, it's gonna keep going lower and lower and lower. So don't be surprised in 2018 if we start seeing around the end of 2018, the housing market is gonna start getting really weird. Investments is gonna start getting really weird. I don't think the Trump administration is a good time to be putting major money into anything. You can thank me later. It's gonna seem like, oh wow, everything's going really well, and then it's a gradual step down until it just goes whoop, and then we're kind of back to where we were. We're not as bad though, where the housing market is funny. You know, it's gonna be interesting, y'all, but this is the actual start of it, when we see our stocks like, oh wow, and then it does well, and then it just starts, and then it's just downhill. And some people are asking me, how did I see the actual stock market? Well, for some reason, this reminds me of a bull, and then Spirit is talking about money, bull, stock market, and then I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. So as I'm doing this video, y'all, I'm trying to teach y'all too. I will be starting a major project in September. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for you guys who are serious about tarot and serious about being students of a very ancient form of divination to come and join me, of course, in September. Donald Trump's August. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. August is a month where Donald Trump is going to be asked a lot. So all of these cutbacks that you're doing, right? You know, all these cutbacks that you're doing, all of these cutbacks that you're so involved in, because I see it here. There's going to be a lot of questions being asked. Where exactly is this money being funneled to? It's going to be a lot of hard end questions, very hard end. It's not no like, oh, we're putting it here. Well, show us. It's going to be a lot of show us, because there's very drastic cuts being made to areas that already kind of don't have anything. So, you know, if you're poor, you're still losing. Or if you're working middle class, you're still losing. So there's an energy of, we need to figure out what do you exactly right here. The funny thing is, it feels like a congressional meeting. It just doesn't feel like a regular meeting where people are just sitting there and just like, you know, and just like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da. They want to understand now. Okay, so what are you doing, Mr. Trump? So it's a lot of very sweaty questions. Questions that make him nervous, that he doesn't really want to answer. He's tired of being questioned. Canada's coming up. We're actually going to have issues with Canada. I don't know about what, but Canada's coming up. We will resolve it, but Canada is going to, you know what's crazy as staring in the cards? I think Canada is going to talk a lot about our healthcare system and how the new healthcare system, what it's going to actually do, it's going to create all of these like mini clinics. It's stupid. So you're shutting down Planned Parenthood, but you plan on starting. What's going to happen is, y'all, okay, we're going to have all of these like mini buildings. I don't know how to explain it, but places you go, what do you call those places when, you know, urgent cares, but more advanced, you know what I'm saying? And but that's not what we need. We need medical care, medical insurance, like in London and in Canada. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they don't have like waiting lists and they don't have their own issues, but it's like people still have access to healthcare. I think that's the whole thing. And yeah, there's gonna be, and it's funny because right here the card is of dealing again. I don't care what nobody says. This is still Korea and Donald Trump. And it's not good, y'all. It's still not good. It's not good. It still looks crazy. It still looks really messy. This is speaking of no communication and lies being told on both sides and not being able to negotiate. Another person who will be coming up. What is his name? What is his name? The vice president, the Jesus freak. What's his name? I forgot his name. He's the archangel for like yeah, he's coming up. He's going to be victorious in something. So he's going to be victorious in something that is basically going to seal his deal. This is going to be what destroys his career. He thinks he's doing something right, but after Donald Trump gets out of office, the vice president doesn't really have much of a career after that. Now, I don't know who he's going to call to do his spiritual work, because of course, you know, they all claim to love Jesus until it's time to get into office, and then who do they call? They call us. Yes, they call us. They call the spiritual workers and the psychics and the spiritual readers. They call us. So, it's speaking in terms of that. He's going to be really victorious in something, but it's going to piss a lot of people off. Word, Donald Trump is also going to try to bring up some type of work program. It's something really positive. I hate how all of my cards are not showing, but yeah. There. It's something about Donald Trump. Basically, he's going to go in and he's going to try to do something about jobs here in the United States and them being stolen. So he's going to talk a lot about job security. See what else is going on. Guys, in all honesty, as the United States, we may have atomic weapons, but our army is not as strong as we think. And Donald Trump is really worried about that. Because the little Asian dude, he's lost his patience. Like, he's just done with us. I don't know, for whatever reason. It feels like war. I don't care what nobody says. It feels like war. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Strength. The card of strength. Yes, higher courts making a judgment in behalf of the vice. This is going to piss off a lot of people. In behalf of, he's working in cahoots with the new Supreme Court judge. Something is coming up with Melania. Melania is going to have an issue or some type of problem, and it's going to come up in the light media, and she's going to be super pissed off, and it's something that does bring her a lot of heartache. It brings her a lot of, it's something from her past. There's no room for, guys, North Korea is not here to negotiate anymore. They're not. Yeah. But the law is going to be kind of like postponed. But I feel in the long run, it's going to pass. It's going to piss off a lot of people too. Donald Trump's main thing as we go into the like fall, he's going to talk a lot about the American economy and how to make it flourish and how to make it work and things of that actual sort. His goal is to actually try to get the country within a state where it is more independent. Why don't we hurry up because I'm running out of time. I think I'm gonna have to make a part 2, because I think Donald Trump's son is going away. I think he's gonna take a much needed break. So why don't I shuffle the card of the Orisha? The Orisha. I'm out of time, y'all, so this may not even make it. 5, 4. What is the main theme of Donald Trump's August month? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Having to work through a lot of difficult situations, trying to work on different levels, but still feeling trapped. Resources. A lot of things coming up about resources and actual supplies. Fire. Having to protect. Fighting, guys. Protecting. Having like limited resources. Having to fight. Having to protect. Fighting. This is